Alright, we are back from the vet. And we're going to dive in for a little bit of Fallout 76 before I go take a nap. Where are we heading? Tech Research Center. Good news is it doesn't appear that Frodo has a broken foot. It's probably just strained, possibly sprained. They gave him an anti-inflammatory and painkiller injection, and then we have pills that we're going to give him starting tomorrow. So he's resting in bed right now. What is this? I don't think I've ever come across an aluminum thing. Here we go. What do we got? He's got a rocket launcher. Woo! Any others? Oh, there's definitely a good dog. Oh, and there's another super Oh, he ran. That's right, Devon. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, you know, I gotta check something really quick. I don't rank games that way, so yeah, barking up the wrong tree. Play games, have fun with them. I think that's all of them. There's gonna be a dog down there, so here we go. Oh, there he is. I knew he was coming for me at some point. Alright. Mika says Fallout 76 was my first Fallout game. Very nice. Devon says I didn't start playing until Ren started his playthrough. Now it's the only game I'm playing. Nice. I've had a lot of fun. I started in what, beginning of November? we're about 80 hours into the playthrough now.
No more hiding for you. Ah!
Oh, there's more around here. I just don't know where. I hear him. There he is. Gotcha, bitch. Where are you at? I heard you around the corner. I gotta use the terminal. Authorized personnel, please contact the upstairs control room for access. Upstairs for access. Upstairs control room.
We win. You die.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Control room. Dude, this reminds me of like the acid vats in oh, the Batman, the Batman show from the 90s when the Joker fell into the acid vats. Good luck with that.
Only for super mutant.
I will always take loose screws. Dude, there's another one around here. I hear him.
Face me, you coward!
Oh, there's still another one. I hear you. I bet he's up top. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Okay. Potatoes. I'll happily take all your potatoes and your button fruits. Thank you very much.
Strongest super mutant.
You say you're the strongest. That's you're good. You're good for you.
his legs clean off.
Hey, we're playing Starfield. It's spacesuits. I don't need any of those.
It was nothing. So boring.
Oh, I see a dot now. Ah, we can't get in through here. Voodoo. I don't have the key to get in here. Oh shit, I see you.
Suffer and flee. Going to fight you, going to kill you.
Well, I still haven't found the control room, damn it. It's up there. Okay. How the heck? Get over there. And this is where I wasn't meant to go. I do not yet see a way up there. Blackberries, I'll take those. I'm not sure how to get up there yet. I definitely have personal preferences, but in terms of enjoying one game over another, everybody's got preferences. But what I won't do is when someone asks me, because most of the time they're not asking me for my personal preference, they're asking me for a direct recommendation of what they should play, and I won't do that. Most people want me to rank things, and it's like, I'm not going to do that. Generally speaking, I enjoy every game that I'm playing equal to the last game. Now, there are things that stand out to me over the years. Love Red Dead Redemption 2 as an example, Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Space Quest 4, 5, and 6, King's Quest 5, 6, Quest for Glories 1 through 5, Full Throttle, The Dig. I mean, I could list 100 games. All of them are different from each other. It doesn't serve any purpose. That's when you get into the weeds of semantics. It's like somebody saying, what's your favorite Led Zeppelin album? Well, the reality is I like all Led Zeppelin albums. And if you start to pick and prod at which one's the best, that's when you get into arguments, because people will always argue, well, this, I don't believe that that album's better because of these reasons, and I don't believe that that album's better because that's just like, whatever, I don't want to get in the weeds. What the fuck are we getting over there? I focus on what's in front of me. Play the games and have fun with them. So I can't get through there until I get into the control room. There's no elevator or anything over here. Wait, what's this? Oh, we can scrap. Space helmets, right? Yeah, there's no need to compare games. That's really what it comes down to. Exactly, Mika. What's up, tomfoolery? It really does come down to there's no need to compare the games. There's no need. Like, I literally have a video on comparisons. Because the moment you start doing that, you lead to the path of you're ruining the experience. Like, if you can't play a game for what it offers you, what's the point of playing? Some of the worst I've ever seen was like when we were, and I think that was when we played Avowed, was when I made that video on comparisons to Thief of Joy, because so many people were like complaining that Avowed didn't do this, that, or the other that like Oblivion and Skyrim did, and it's like, shut the fuck up. It's not an Elder Scrolls game. Like, it shouldn't be doing the things that Bethesda does. We want our games to be different. We want an Obsidian game to feel and play different than a Bethesda game. Stop trying to make every game a carbon copy of each other. Can I make that jump? Found it, finally. I blew his head up, that's awesome. Alright. Technician, Carworth. What are the dates? Not much to report today. The FEV tanks are starting to spring some leaks where the feeder lines are connected, but it shouldn't take more than a day or two to swap out the O-rings. Okay. Chadwell fell into one of the tanks today, poor bastard. He was wearing full biohazard gear, but he was most certainly dead when we pulled him out. They didn't even know he had fallen in until they drained the tank. Ugh. Holy shit, everything's gone to hell. Those idiots actually blew up the goddamn world. That door's open now. Why do I think Skyrim is still so popular? Same reason that Witcher 3 is still so popular. Same reason that Baldur's Gate 3 is still so popular. Same reason that insert name of Game of the Year award game here is still popular. Some games just got lucky and have that thing. The funniest thing to me about when you look at any given game that wins Game of the Year, many of them are part of a series, or it is, you know, not always, but often a third, fourth, or fifth game from a studio, right? And they'll have built several other games that are similar to the game that won. And people always will then try to say, well, why didn't these other games? And why aren't these other games? And what about these other games? And it's like, well, sometimes it is a time and place thing. Sometimes. Sometimes it's just the stars align. It can be a game that is exactly like their previous game, but it just happened to launch at a time when everyone was ready to accept it for what it is. You can look at like episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars, right? Most people would agree that Empire Strikes Back is the best movie of that original trilogy. Why? What makes it the best movie? It's the same characters. It's the same story. It's the middle of 3 movies. And why does that one stand out as the best? Time and place? Who knows? Magic. That's what it is. Magic. Sometimes it's the magic of the moment. It's the magic of capturing that lightning in a bottle. Something that just happens because of all of these things aligning. It's not something that you can define in an algorithm. It's not something you can put into a spreadsheet. It's not something that you can copy and paste and make another of necessarily. Sometimes it literally is just luck. Call it luck if you want. Destiny, fate. These are those things, you know? It is what it is. Two Towers, that's another good example. No, we were talking about someone asked about why do I think Skyrim is still so popular. Is Skyrim still so popular? But yeah, some of it is just, you know, unicorn. Unicorns happen from time to time, but unicorns are not something that you can necessarily replicate. It's just a thing that happens, and we look at it and we go, wow. And people use that as a jump off point. They use it as an inspiration, but it's not necessarily something that you can capture over and over and over. And if it was something you could capture over and over and over, believe me, movie studios and game studios would be making way more of the same if they could recapture that. So it's always funny to me because you'll hear people say things like, Bethesda doesn't make games like Skyrim anymore. That's not true. George Lucas doesn't make movies like Empire Strikes Back anymore. Not really true. Marvel doesn't make movies that are as good as Iron Man anymore. Not really true. They have a formula, and they have made, you know, George Lucas made many films. Stephen King has written many books. You know, if you look at J.K. Rowling, she's written many other books than Harry Potter, yet Harry Potter is the series that has defined her. Tolkien wrote other things, but Lord of the Rings was what defined him. It's lightning in a bottle. It has nothing to do with whether or not something is necessarily. It has to be good first and foremost, but again, it's not something that you can replicate with great success. If we could, every single Marvel movie that came out would have been as successful as blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. You know. So it's not that the company got any worse. It's not that the writers suck. It's not that the company's dead. It's not that they lack creativity. It's not that these people went off. It's just the fact that sometimes it's lightning in a bottle, and sometimes that's all it is. It's just time, place, luck, on top of just having something that is really good. So it is what it is. access code. I heard footsteps.
For that.
Shit, coming out of the elevator too?
You will die here.
Where else are you coming from? Where are you at? Are you shooting?
Here's some.
Okay, K117M. In your own words, please describe how you feel.
I feel different. Like my mind is not my own.
Do you remember who you were?
Yes, I was, Billy Sievers, a man living in
You don't remember where you're from?
no, what's happening to me? Can you make me better?
I'm asking the questions, K117M. If you're patient, I'll help you, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Good. Good. You're doing really well, K117M. Now, one more question. If we asked you to help us, would you do exactly as we command?
Yes, anything. I just want to go home. Home. Wife.
Yeah, they're creating super mutants,
Where's
man.
my wife?
She's fine, K117M. Calm down, please.
No! What have you done to my wife? Bring her to me now! I'll kill all of you!
Code Red in interrogation room B. I repeat, Code Red.
Yeah, creating super mutants in here. Dude, I saw a super mutant go wandering around in the background while I was in there listening to that tape. There he is. more footsteps. Looks like there's only one button, so. I've played all the Fallout games. Yep. Have I checked my scoreboard for the season? No, I have not. I honestly haven't checked anything related to seasonal stuff.
There's a new boat, too.
Coming through that door.
Those crater raiders think they're tough shit, but they're just a bunch of amateurs. Can't kill us all! Damn, they're gone.
Fuck, I missed. Alright. Pays to have your bats level up, kids. Here they come.
Everything under control, Initiate.
There were some Hellcat mercenaries guarding the place. We're really interested in talking.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter.
Alright, let's not waste any more time.
Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farha. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work.
We're here to put a stop to this insanity.
We can't let that happen. Come no further.
Unless you want something to happen to Dr. Blackburn here, you should reconsider.
No! Don't. We can talk about this.
What are you doing? We did not agree to this.
Whoa! Whoa! Everybody, calm down. We can talk about this.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please. Let him go, or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties.
This comes kind of a joke.
It is no joke at all. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Okay.
Is this true? Edgar.
You will have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Oh.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them.
You can't expect us to trust you.
Trust me or trust me not. The truth remains the truth. I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution in mind.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave,
Don't make
We'll
this worse.
probably watch it, Dark
This
Lord.
is a mistake.
But we're also in the middle of watching Spartacus: House of Asher right now. And I'm watching Fallout. So if Chris says she wants
Now
to
that
watch it,
that
which
is
I'm sure
over
she
with.
will, we will probably watch
Nellie,
it.
prep the test chamber.
She
They
likes
want proof of
fantasy
our
and medieval
success.
shows.
I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
He's gonna turn himself into a super mutant. That wasn't the deal, Blackburn.
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
No, it's not
Told
the
ya.
time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
Drop through the hatch.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code.
He got yeeted out of his own test chamber.
Please. All of you, this isn't right.
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
There he is. Hang on. I need to bats, go bats, go. Alright, left leg is down. Alright, no it's not. It's mostly crippled. Alright, now we need to get the other leg. You crippled bitch. Just gonna meander around. Bullet sponge simulator, pretty much. Oh shit, that helped. Ah! Help! Help! Don't stand in those. Ouch. Oh, now he's down. We got him. Now we just load him up. Just for good measure. What other guns do I have that I can potentially use? Oh, we have a. Burn up some other ammo for a while. There we go.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. Let's hear what they have to say for themselves.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure.
Watching and reviewing the Fallout show.
Was a mirage.
I don't have to look for a job. This is my job. It's the best part of being me.
As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's
I get
code
to do this for a living.
production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that.
For the win.
But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can.
We agreed to your terms earlier. An equal exchange of goodwill would go a long way.
You've certainly been more diplomatic than I was expecting, given your organization's reputation. I do believe you have good intentions. I suppose we have no choice but to trust you now. The way is open. We await your judgment.
Really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
Verify that once the area is secure and send our scribe Valdez to double check. Until then, stay
Somebody turn off that fracking alarm, man.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do. Please, spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
We're still deciding what to do with you.
I hope that's not a threat.
The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all
true.
people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep a prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise.
Am I going to do a ghoul
I'm willing to
playthrough?
cooperate.
No.
You. The angry one.
Not at the moment.
Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two,
This
there will
playthrough
be
was
few,
a
if
very
any,
limited
people
window
left in
of
the world with a
opportunity that
formal
I started in
education.
November, and I'll be done with it
How many
by
dozens have you killed?
February.
Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to
Yeah,
human
they added ghouls as a
experimentation.
playable race like last year, I think.
Stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little
Bubblodian
about
put
your
up a
brother.
really cool screenshot
Perhaps
of
we
his
can find
ghoul
out more where
character
our
in Discord a while back.
perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
There may be value letting you work with the Brotherhood.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You'd really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who were behind it?
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
Speak to the scientists. I mean, I really don't care. I know that I agree with Ramani. I just think that it's way better for them to come back.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulsive violence. I hope you can see what we need to do here.
I agree to you.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision?
I don't have any questions. I think that they need to go
And
work
what
with the
has
Brotherhood.
your
I like
organization decided?
Romani's. Yep, come to Fort Atlas and work under our supervision.
That's relief. I assure you
Science
that
for
you'll
the
have our
win.
cooperation.
Exactly.
So that's
Ellie.
it then. You and Romani would repeat the mistakes
Science,
of the past
bitches.
and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction. To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world, rather than
Shin just
murder
gets
great
pissed because we're
minds
not choosing
who
his
shape
path.
them
Every
into
single time he
people
gets
who will
mad.
serve that mission. And we will
You
do
didn't
it
choose
without
my way.
barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a principled institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that report in person.
Smell you later, Shin. Hope you get eaten by a deathclaw on the way there. Oh no. I fucking love that option. I love it. Smell you later, Shin. Oh my god. You don't have to do this.
I'm the only one with any sense of duty around here. It's a shame that I couldn't bring you around to seeing its value.
It's easy to follow an arbitrary set of rules, Shin. I'd rather make my own decisions and learn from them if I have to.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
Can I please get out of here and get away from that stupid alarm? I don't see anything else in here. Do, 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 do.
Friends, initiates, faces
Initiate
new and
Houston,
old.
reporting for duty.
Good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed.
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no mistake. Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion.
Why did I say that?
His
Hasten,
loyalty
shut
to
up.
the Elders is unshakable. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen. Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional
I know I'm forgetting
contribution to
something.
our
Somebody needs to smack
in
Houston
most
upside the side of the
cases,
head.
this
Shut up.
recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel. I won't take you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant.
Nice.
Why don't you come stand
For the
between
Brotherhood
Scribe Valdez and
and
I,
Dr.
so
Hardy
I may
and
officially
everyone.
confer your title.
Okay, you got this.
Houston, shut up.
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
You too, Ramirez. This is my moment to
For
shine.
exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you Knight Errant.
Thank
You
you.
may split your time with the Brotherhood as you see fit. We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now, everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment.
He's
You've
gonna
earned it.
love it.
Speak to Valdez. Hell yeah.
So, Night Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done. Well, both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way, they can pursue those beliefs separately,
Doing great.
rather than killing each other over them.
Yeah, we don't have Shin killing the mood around here either.
I know Night Shin wasn't the most lighthearted person to be around, but he had a good heart. Really, try not to think too poorly of him.
Oh God. Why did I?
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood. Until next time.
Initiate
Okay.
Houston. Reporting for duty.
So, Knight Errant? How does your new title feel?
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
Like a freshly polished pair of shoes.
You deserve it. Don't let the wasteland tell you otherwise.
Right. What's the Brotherhood gonna be up to now?
Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus
Dr.
has to be helping the
everyone.
people of Appalachia.
Okay.
Reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it. Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Fort Atlas. Ad Victorium.
And Victorium. Crafting item unlocked. Hellcat armor. Left leg, right
I know
arm.
I'm forgetting something.
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
So I'm assuming I'm gonna need the resources to craft that stuff.
Hello, Knight Errant. That will take some adjusting to.
I know I'm forgetting something.
Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here.
Nice, Matthew Chandler. You got done finishing this earlier? Perfect. Alright, I gotta go find... Where the hell is the crafting stations? I always forget. One of these rooms over here. I still can't open this and, like, grab that. Alright, first and foremost, scrap items. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Hellcat Power Armored Chassis.
I can't wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
Oh, I have to get out of this one to craft. What do you mean I can't exit my armor here? Yeah, ask away, Raven. Oh, it's already fully...
Next mission is soon.
Yeah, it's already fully assembled. Oh my! I need to find some light.
And Dr. Hardy and everyone. Okay.
Hang on, I got stuck
See if
behind
anyone
the
needs help with anything.
it's because I'm in third person. Oh my goodness! Does it have a light? Oh, the fucking lights turn on and glow. Oh, that's dope. Oh shit, it even does a red glow. I'm a fucking Cylon, baby.
Wait to tell Max about my latest patrol.
Wow.
He's gonna love it.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, Erica.
Oh
You're
my
doing great.
goodness. Oh, that's epic. Dude, that's a pretty cool looking suit, man. I gotta say that the red glow is awesome. That's the Hellcat power armor.
I
Devon.
hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
Man, that's awesome. Look at that. That is dope. Yeah, big fan. Revan asks, I'm thinking about playing World of Warcraft for the first time. I want to play through all the storylines chronologically. Is it still possible to go through everything? Yes and no. So, unless they've made changes, I haven't played in a couple of years. But the way it is now is if you start a brand new character, if you're a new player for the very first time, and you're going to be starting World of Warcraft, I believe the new expansion just launched or is about to launch. I think it's about to launch. So when Midnight launches, the War Within is going to become like the default new player experience. So if you start a brand new character, you're immediately going to start like the War Within storyline. And you'll go through that, and then you'll go from that into, right? That's the default. I believe after you have leveled a character, and it's been a couple of years since I played, so they may have changed this a little bit. After you have done your first character up to cap, you can then level up a character and take it through Chromie time. I forget what it's called. There is an NPC in the major cities in Stormwind and in Argamar or whatever that allows you to take a character and go back and play through the main storyline of the old expansions. So you can go play through Cataclysm or Lich King or whatever. But you have to specifically go to that NPC, and you can only play up to level whatever. So like the new default is probably level 70 is probably the like if the new cap is 80, War Within will take you to 70. So what it'll do is you could level from 1 to 70 using Chromie time in an old expansion, but once you hit the level cap, it'll punt you out of that expansion. So you know, you don't want to go over the level cap, otherwise it'll boot you out. So you can do it chronologically, but what I found when I was doing this a couple years ago is you can't do one character and have that one character go through everything chronologically. You will do, thank you, honey. Thank you. You will have to do one character if it's your first character. No, sweetheart, that's not for you. Your first character has to go through the default experience, which is going to be the War Within, and then Midnight. Your next character, which is an alt, can then choose to go pick an expansion. But once you hit level 70 or whatever the cap is, it'll boot you out and you can't do any more time traveling. So you'll have to create an alt character for another expansion, and then a different character for another. Exactly, one character per expansion, which is what I was doing when I was last playing World of Warcraft. We did one character through I don't even remember now. I did a character through Legion. I did a character through. I did like 3 of the expansions with alt characters. So that's the way to, unless they've changed things, that's the way you have to do it. Correct. One character per expansion. Yeah, the housing looks interesting. for sure. What's my favorite Bethesda game? I like science fiction more than anything else, so not because it's necessarily, it's just my arbitrary opinion. I like Starfield the most, followed by Skyrim, followed by Oblivion, followed by Fallout 4, and then I get into Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, and then after that is all the other stuff. But I do love Starfield. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal game. I love my science fiction and space flight and guns and zero-G and fighting pirates and taking over ships, and I love the shipbuilding and the outpost building. This is the Hellcat power armor. Dragonflight is the current default leveling expansion, but I don't know if that is changing with Midnight dropping. Usually when the new expansion comes, it goes to the most previous. So with Midnight dropping in March, I'm assuming that it's going to become the War Within as the default leveling experience. No, Dragonflight is not part of the World Soul Saga. You are incorrect on that. The World Soul Saga started with the War Within, not with Dragonflight. Going good, Cypher. So, I think it remains to be seen what is going to become the default leveling experience once Midnight drops. As of right now, it's Dragonflight. Woo! My wife made me a special tea. That is, that is cinnamon and lemon and honey. Maybe some cloves. It's an herbal mixture. How do you get Brotherhood of Steel armor and clothing? Is there a vendor at Atlas? I don't know that there's any vendors per se. I know that there's like faction stuff you can do, and you get access to recipes and stuff. Correct. World Soul Saga is War Within, Midnight, and The Last Titan, which is forthcoming. Have I ever played a game called The Forgotten City? I have not. Because like I have on me, like apparel wise, like Brotherhood soldier suit, Brotherhood civvy outfit, all just from doing quests. By the way, this quest line, by the way, the whole Brotherhood of Steel took me, that was like 20 hours, 20-ish hours of streams, I think. It was a pretty significant storyline. Very, very pleased with how meaty that felt, because that was definitely like last few weeks of streams of Fallout 76 was just going through the Brotherhood stuff. You can get plans for the Brotherhood of Steel armor from Vault 79. Nice. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm pretty new to all this stuff, so I would have to go look it up online and figure all that stuff out. Yeah, Chris made me a special tea. My stomach was kind of upset this morning, so. Elderfan says, finally got to watch a stream. Big fan of your content. Well, thank you very much. We are live, as always, on YouTube, Twitch, Kick and TikTok. Always live in 4 places. We start at 5 a.m. every single morning. We already did our morning streams, then I had to go to the vet. Good news, everybody. Frodo does not have a broken foot. They don't suspect a broken foot anyway. She suspects he just twisted his... It's just either sprained or just twisted, so she gave him a shot anti-inflammatory, and a pain shot, and then he's got, I think, 3 days of painkillers or 2 days of painkillers, and then we'll just see how he goes. We're supposed to keep him in the cat carrier for like 3 days and keep him under wraps, not let him go jump around. But he jumped on the window, so he chases lizards along the outside walls of the catio, and he has he jumps up, one of the windows has a screen on it. He jumps up on the screen and climbs up and like grabs lizards. And the screens are like 4 years old. They're like a plastic mosquito netting, and they've started to deteriorate. And I guess he jumped up. We assume what's happened because we inspected and we found that the screen had a section that was torn, and you could see where it had been pulled down as if somebody had been, as if something heavy had fallen and yanked it down and ripped it. And then underneath it we have a metal screen, and on the bottom edge the metal screen was like ripped out of a corner. So the only thing we could think of is that he jumped up there to get a lizard and then turned around and jumped down, and his foot got caught and wrapped up in the screen as it tore, and then he like hung there for a minute before he yanked it free and fell down. So he's still limping, but he's feeling better today. Yesterday was him crying at 4:15 in the morning to come inside, and me going, "Oh crap, what happened, buddy?" And he ran straight to the bed with mommy, and he literally stayed in bed all day. He didn't get out of bed for anything. We had to give him his food and his water in bed. Chris had to take him to the litter box. And he just laid in bed all day and was just like, "I don't feel good. My leg fucked up." But today he actually tried to play with Lucas a little bit this morning, and he's got his energy levels, but he was still limping a little bit. So they didn't feel the need to do an X-ray. So that's what I did after the Tainted Grail stream, and then I came home and jumped straight into this. What do I use for multi-streaming? I have a Streamlabs Pro license. What's up, Gold? Good evening.
Initiate Houston, reporting for duty.
Yeah, we have 6 cats. There's always something. Like every month, one of them has something that we have to take care of. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, Prime bonuses. Yeah, I'm getting there, Allie, because I've been up since midnight. I'm trying to think about, I don't know what I want to work on next, because I don't know. Since we finally finished up, we're slowly, like, getting rid of all these main quests. Stream elements, Cypher. Just use stream elements. If you're going to use OBS, if you're using like the free version of OBS, use stream elements. I have that as a backup because there have been a couple of times when Streamlabs has some issues with their API stuff, and I will switch over and use stream elements through OBS, and it works great. That's the only plugin I'll use for OBS, is just stream elements. And it's free, so. Excuse me. I don't know which of these I want to work on next, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out, what was that one? I've got all the way up to Runt. I don't remember who Runt was. So we'll see. But that'll be for next time, everybody. I am going to go ahead and wrap up here and take a nap. I will probably be back in a few hours for an afternoon stream. We're going to probably, if assuming I do, I'll come back and play some Hytale. early access. But I do need a nap. I've been up since midnight. So I will be back later on.